You may think Santa Claus has always been the jolly old man in red, plump, cheerful, laughing,
Ho, ho, ho!
holding a bottle of Coca-Cola, flying across the sky in a sleigh pulled by reindeer. But what if I told you that Santa's earliest ancestor was not a gentle grandfather, but a one-eyed Viking war god riding through winter storms? Strange as it sounds, it's true. Long, long ago, on a cold winter night in northern Europe, children didn't wait for a plump old man in red, but for a one-eyed god of war, Odin. Back then, it wasn't called Christmas, but Yule. Welcome back to Arcane Soteria. The season returns, and the streets glow with red and green. But have you ever wondered, why does Santa come down the chimney? Why eat reindeer? Tonight, we unravel the forgotten tale behind the world's most beloved holiday. Long before chimneys, stockings, and reindeer, the winter nights of the north belonged to another traveler, one far more ancient and far more terrifying. He walked the frozen world as a wanderer wrapped in a dark hood, his long white beard crusted with snow, his footsteps silent in the frost. He lifted his head, and beneath the shadow of his hood, one eye glowed with a cold, otherworldly blue. He was Odin, the true rider of the winter night, the all-father of the Norse gods. To the people of the North, Odin was not merely a myth. He was a presence felt in the wind, a whisper in the storm, a shadow passing across the moonlit sky. The Norse believed that on the darkest night of the winter solstice, the wind was not wind at all. It was the wild hunt, a storm of spirits led by Odin himself. Blizzards tore open the heavens. Lightning split the sky. Thunder roared through the mountains like a beast awakening. Behind Odin rode ghostly Viking warriors, their skin pale and translucent like moonlit ice, their eyes glowing with the fire of forgotten battles. Their armor clattered without a sound, for the dead do not scream. To witness the wild hunt was to glimpse the realm of the departed, a reminder that winter was not only a season, but a threshold. Parents whispered warnings: show respect or be taken, for if anyone mocked the wild hunt or failed to show proper reverence, Odin might seize them, dragging their spirit into his spectral army to ride forever in the storm. To be chosen was not an honor. It was a fate worse than death. One misstep, one careless laugh at the wrong moment, and your winter night became your eternal night. But the children of the North, wise beyond their years, learned a way to survive Yule night and perhaps even win Odin's favor. Inside a small wooden hut, a child stuffed into a worn leather boot, a bundle of hay, and a few carrots, not for himself, but for Sleipnir, Odin's eight-legged steed. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. He has 8 legs. And here, the story takes a wonderfully absurd turn. Sleipnir, the mightiest horse in all the realms, was famously born after Loki. Yes, that Loki, transformed into a mare, and accidentally became a mother. Even the gods needed therapy after that one. But Sleipnir was fast, loyal, and always hungry. So children left offerings, in hopes that Odin would pass their home peacefully, or better yet, leave a gift in return. At midnight, as the storm raged like a living creature, Odin approached the child's boot. The world outside howled. But inside the hut, a strange peace settled, as if protected by unseen grace. Odin knelt. His single blue eye gleamed softly, and then the hay and carrots began to glow, shimmering like embers of the sun. Slowly, they transformed into gold coins, wooden toys, and sweet candies. Golden dust drifted through the air like falling stars. This was the very first Christmas gift, and the worn leather boot became the ancestor of today's Christmas stocking. Odin mounted Sleipnir and rose into the snow-filled night. But just before vanishing into the storm, he turned back. His single blue eye glowed in the darkness, a quiet farewell, or perhaps a warning. In that fading silhouette lay the oldest shadow of the Santa Claus we know today. As centuries passed and Christianity spread through Europe, the memory of Odin transformed. His traits, the white beard, the winter journeys, the judgment of the good and wicked, the gifts to children, all found new life in a human figure. Saint Nicholas, the 4th century bishop famed for miracles and generosity. Later, Dutch traditions carried Sinterklaas to America, where he evolved into Santa Claus. But the modern red-suited Santa, that was Coca-Cola's creation in the 1930s. In the 1930s, Coca-Cola commissioned artist Haddon Sundblom to paint a warm, plump, red-robed Santa who laughed, sparkled, and enjoyed a bottle of Coke. That image spread worldwide, and the modern Santa was born. A god became a saint became a legend, and a legend became a holiday icon. Over the centuries, Odin's shadow shifted, first into Saint Nicholas, then into Santa Claus. But the essence never changed. A winter traveler, a judge of kindness, a bringer of gifts and hope. And before we end, one more secret. Speaking of Odin, we can't forget his short-tempered son, Thor, the god of thunder. Did you know? Before reindeer became the trend, the sleigh was actually pulled by Thor's 2 goats. This is the origin of the Nordic Yule Goat. But why didn't Santa stick with goats? Well, maybe because Thor's goats didn't just bleat. They roared like thunder, not exactly ideal for a silent night. Plus, Thor had a bad habit. When he got hungry, he would eat his goats and then resurrect them with his hammer. That was a bit too intense for Santa Claus. So if you ever hear heavy thumping on your roof at night, don't assume it's Santa. Thor might have just taken a wrong turn. When you see Santa's sleigh streak across the sky, remember, beneath the red coat lies a bishop, beneath the bishop lies a god, and beneath the god lies the ancient human hope that in the darkest winter, a traveler will bring light, protection, and wonder. This is the true origin of Santa Claus. And when you hang your stocking on Christmas Eve, you are actually continuing a 1,000-year-old Viking tradition. This is Arcane Soteria. See you next time.
Thank you for joining us on this magical journey through myths. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give us a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more wonders in the future.